your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go.
Hello folks, right, this is GaryGSF on the Tracer. Well, mid-December, and we're sitting here at 13 degrees. That's unheard of. So no rain falling from the sky, although the roads are a bit wet, but that's not to worry. There's no salt there, so I just decided to take a Tracer out. A few bits and pieces to do. Right, what I would like to talk about today, Suffolk Andy sort of inspired this. How did you get into vlogging? How I got into vlogging was I'd been putting videos up of scenic routes in around Northern Ireland and all the different places like that, and all my favourite roads. But I got messages from a couple of guys that saying why not have a go at vlogging. So I had a look at their videos, and yeah, that seemed good. A bit of chit chat while you were going along, it seemed very good. So well, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it just in case I didn't fancy it, so I could fiddle about with different bits and pieces. But in the end I bought a Drift, a Drift HD, which I still have to this day and still performs quite well. It's a good camera for vlogging, but unfortunately you get people falling by the wayside, and one of the guys who fell by the wayside because basically fell out. There was like a bit of a group started to get going, and there was a bit of a falling out over something stupid, but instead of just falling away from the club, he actually took himself off vlogging, which I thought was a bit childish. You can still do it on your own. You don't have to be in a club. You don't have to. That's always the good thing about it. You don't have to be like that way. But he fell by the wayside because of that. But that's how I got into it. And okay, as I said to Andy, that I do it for myself. I don't expect subscribers. I don't expect people to view all the videos, because it's just my own inane ramblings. But it gets me something to do with my camera, and it's always good fun that way. So that's how I fell into it. Today I'm using a different camera, a different vlogging camera. But Drift is getting a bit old, a bit tatty, and it's not going to last forever. So I thought I would look around and see if there's anything that would do as a vlogging camera that with taking an external mic. What I came up with was it was a Garmin, the same people that make the sat-nav systems. It's called a Garmin Virb. Now this is the old model, the 2013 model. And it's available on, I got mine on Amazon for, was it 77 quid? I think it was somewhere around about 77 quid. Now that doesn't have an external mic port. You do actually have to buy an adapter lead, which is a little over a tenner. So say for 88 quid I'm sitting there with a camera with the adapter lead. Now I've just plugged in a very standard 3.5mm jack plug microphone on it, just basically a lapel microphone, which seems to be working just the best, and put it on with the camera, and that's where you're getting the voice from. So I'm now future proofed. A couple of really good things about the camera. It has a big slider switch to switch it on, and it's dead easy use with your gloves and all on. As you can see, I'm using big winter gloves, and it was dead easy to switch on, switch off, and that is a big plus. So it doesn't have to be sitting on standby. You just switch it on, switch it off, and it'll switch itself off again. So that's one good thing. Size wise, it's actually not too bad. It's slightly less conspicuous in the drift, sorry, not the drift, the GoPro cameras, but it's still big. Big downside is it's quite heavy. Now, it's pretty aerodynamic, so with wind pressure, the GoPros are certainly worse. I have a GoPro, just a basic GoPro, and it would pull on your head a bit more than this Garmin. Also, when you have the lead plugged in for the external mic, there's a little flap that has to be left open, a little rubber flap. So that makes it less waterproof. It's quite open to water then. It has an LCD screen for lining up now. It's not backlit. It needs to have light coming in on it to actually show what's on the screen. So it's only for lining up. It's not for viewing. But certainly it's a handy tool. Records 1080p 30, 720p, and also takes, I think it's 5 megapixel stills, but I don't think anyone ever uses them for stills. So that's the very short review of it. As I'm talking now, you'll be able to see the quality of the pictures out of it, the video out of it. I think it's reasonably acceptable. Don't think quite as sharp as the GoPro, and not quite as bright colours. Although sometimes I find the GoPro the colours don't look wonderfully accurate. So it swings and roundabouts. I think the colours are more accurate, but not quite as vivid for to look at. Anyone just looking at the video. But a vlogging camera for less than, what's that, 90 quid? Or less than 90 quid is not to be sniffed at. Up and running vlogging. It's not for everyone vlogging, but it's also it certainly is handy to have that microphone available to you. So there you go. That's the latest acquisition, and I'd say I'm well pleased with it. Another acquisition recently for the bike is, have you noticed that I've got a shorter MRA screen on it? Certainly getting a wee bit more wind blast, but that's not trailing me about, you know. That's fine too. But certainly doesn't protect you quite as well as the Yamaha screen that was on it. But it is certainly prettier looking on the bike than the Yamaha one. But folks, for now that's me signing off, and Merry Christmas to everyone. Ride safe, stay safe, take care of your liver, and I'm sure I'll speak to you next year. So Merry Christmas and adios from GaryGSF.